All right, good morning, guys. Sean here from Cherished Tree Sawmill. Um, Today, I'm working on solving a problem we have here at the sawmill. We do a lot of planing here. When we take wood out of the kiln, we have a lot of wood that we like to skip plane, and before we put them in the racks here for our customers. And when we're planing a lot, I used the dust collection. I typically used a double bag 3 horsepower dust collector that was connected to the planer. So it didn't take very long to fill those 2 bags. We would fill those bags probably in close to an hour. We would have those bags full, and we would have to stop the planer, take the bags out, put 2 new bags on, and that all took a lot of time. So the other problem is the hose was always on the floor or dragged across the floor to hook to the planer. We did have more of a central vac system where it came from the ceiling in the other shop, but since we moved everything here to the sawmill, we have not done that yet, and this is what we're trying to work on. We're trying to work on a more central dust collection system that's stronger, that we run the hoses from above, and it'll blow into a dust building, and hopefully we can plane all day then and not worry about stopping and changing blades, and that should help our productivity here at the shop a bit. So anyway, guys, I'll take you back to the mill shop here, and I'll let you see what we're working on. So basically what we're doing here is, actually I'll start this way. We're trying to piece all these pieces of duct together to hopefully create a dust collection system that will come in there at the north wall. You can see we come across here with an 8-inch, and then it goes to a 5-inch that will pick up this 38-inch Woodmaster drum sander, and then it'll come across there. It'll drop to a 10, and we've got to cut these takeoffs right here into this 10-inch here. So that's what we're going to start with today. This is for the 4-sided molder, if for future uses, if we ever get it, hopefully someday. And then from that 10-inch we'll come in, we'll drop down to an 8-inch right about there where the ladder is. This is where the straight line ripsaw is supposed to go. So from that 8-inch we'll carry it across here. We will drop to a 6-inch about here. And then after that we'll continue down, and it will convert to a 4-inch to hook into that steel 4-inch there. That goes to this manifold of 4-inch PVC. So we'll see how that suction is. Hopefully I can hold enough suction that far into the run to collect dust from those machines pretty good. So I'll take you outside here. That's our kiln building right there, you see. So anyway, out here, this is where we picked up this old blower. It's a Canadian blower. It's built extremely heavy, very heavy duty. I'm hoping it will last a long time for us. We did have to replace the motor on it. It did come with a 3-phase motor, but when I brought it into the shop, it did need a fair bit of work, and it wasn't a whole lot more money just to go to a new motor. So we did upgrade to a new. That's a 7.5 horse 3-phase motor. So this is our 14-inch coming through our shed. It comes down into the suction of the blower and then comes up to a 14-inch outlet that blows into the sawmill shed. I've got to finish trimming all this. I just put this in about 4 days ago. So so yeah, we got to finish sealing around there and putting the trim on there. Okay, here we are, guys. I've got the takeoffs laid out for this 10-inch that we're going to cut. I just set them up there like that, fairly aligned, just spaced, so it'll just give some nice room to get the hose on there and the clamp on. And then I just marked them out with Sharpie, and then I'll try to just cut them out with the angle grinder. I could maybe try the Sawzall might work too, but I think the angle grinder will make pretty quick work of this. So I'll come back to you guys when we get her done, see what it looks like. Okay, there it is installed, that 10-inch piece with 4 outlets, 3 4-inch outlets and 1 5-inch outlet. Take a look a little closer, get a bit of a bird's eye view on this. So there's our pipe going out to the blower, and then we've got this 10-inch. So all we did is we cut holes in there with the grinder, and we siliconed around the holes, and then we siliconed around the outer edges right along here. Okay guys, well, it's about I don't know, 6.5 to 7 hours later, and we got the duct work all completed. We've got everything hooked up. We've got our drops coming down to the machines we have here now. We've got supposed to have a straight line rip saw come off that port there. That will be going right about here. And eventually we'd like to get that 4-sided molder, which will be sitting here. But yeah, it went pretty good. We were able to get everything hooked up. I think I just have enough fan for picking up this shaper all the way back here. That's a long run. That's a 50-foot run across the shed, and then there's about a 10-foot, I don't know, roughly 9 or 10-foot drop, and then it goes out to the fan. So yeah, this is just enough. I think we're going to have just enough suction with the other machines closed. But I'll turn it on here for you guys and just let you hear it. You might not be able to tell a whole lot from this, but we just turn it on here at the variable frequency drive, and it's ramping up. And if we go outside, we can see the fan. I'll go this way. We can see the fan kick on. I got to get a guard on that yet, and I got to seal around the ductwork up there. That's pulling into that dust shed. Runs pretty smooth, but I think we're just. I was worried about too much air blowing through this building, but it looks like it's going to be pretty good. Got to knock the mud off my shoes. I just swept the shop, so I don't want to get it all muddy. So we got lots of suction here at these ports. The planer, you see, it's open right now. And I can open this one. Don't have much sawdust or anything to show you guys, but I just
just cleaned everything up, but there's a good pull on here. We got good suction. So yeah, I think it's going to work pretty good. And right now this is blocked off. It's going to the table saw right now. But to get the suction on that last machine, I think we're going to have to make sure these other vents are closed. Doesn't seem like it affects like the planer so much, but shut this. See, I don't have enough pull there right now, I don't think. I'll shut this here. That helped it. And we'll shut the planer and see. I'll know a lot better once I get the shaper obviously running, but yeah, there's pretty good pull there now. I think that will pull the shavings from the shaper. At least I hope it does. I think what's happening here is I'm coming down a 4-inch here and then I'm splitting it. So there's two ports on this shaper. There's one beneath and one above. And I think that's what's happening is that's why it doesn't feel like I have quite enough suction. But I think we're going to have enough. There's pretty good air movement there. So we'll shut her off here. So I had an error here when I shut it off the first couple times. So I increased the deceleration timer, and that seemed to solve my problem. I didn't have that fault anymore. It was a high voltage on deceleration fault, so I just increased the timer from 20 seconds to 30 seconds. And it seemed to work, seems to work good. See, there's it's shut off there with no air code. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. It worked pretty good. My whole idea was to get everything off the floor. I had extension cords running to run the machines. I had air hoses running, so I got my air line run up there, my electrical. This wire is for a future planer. That'll be able to handle a 3-phase planer if I get a bigger planer, hoping at some point. But yeah, everything was off the ground now. It makes it a lot nicer to work in here, to clean up, to sweep without having a bunch of air duct and extension cords and air lines all in your way. So that's about it for today, guys. It was a good day. We finally finished this project up. I got a little bit to do Monday. I've got to just seal around those openings up there, put the collars on. There's the collars that go over the openings. But I'll spray some foam in there, seal all that up. And I got to tape some seams outside, and other than that, I think it's pretty well complete. So all right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.